Alright, in today's video we're going to build a pump house, or at least a little privacy fence around these pumps just to kind of hide them from view. I want to leave plenty of room so that it's still easy to work on. So I'm going to start, I've got a post right here, so I'm going to tie into that, and then I'm going to come back from the edge a little bit right there, put in an anchor for a 4x4. I'm going to do another one over there, and then I might stub it out a little bit, but I'm not going to really go back that way just because I want to leave it open for the heater. So we'll get set up here, and then we'll start getting these anchors in. Okay, X marks the spot. I've got 2 holes to drill. I'm going to get those done now. Okay, we got a 5/8 drill bit for our 5/8 anchor. Okay, so these are the anchors I'm using. They're 5/8 by 4 1/4. They say to use 5/8 drill bit and drill a 1/4 inch deeper than the total length. So that's what I've done. Now you clean out the hole, which I've also done. Now we're going to drive it in, and then we will set the post on it. So before I drive that too far in there, I want to get it leveled out. So I've got some of these composite shims. I'm going to use those to level it out before I torque it down. Alright, that tightened up nicely. Then there's a kind of an offset block here to keep your post from rotting out, so that'll sit on there, and the 4x4 will go in there next. Okay, I'm going to cut my posts down. I'm basically going to do kind of a shorter wall, so I've got 8-foot posts. I think I'm going to cut them in half. The only thing I was noticing is I am a little bit up over here and about 3.5 inches down over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it so that I've got extra length on that side versus this side, so I don't have to trim the post down after the fact. Okay, so I've got it set in there. As you can see, Chase approves. So we're going to get some screws in here, and then I'm going to get the other one screwed in. I'll get them plumbed up, and then we'll move on to some stringers. For screws, I'm using a triple coated. These are lifetime guarantee, allegedly. I've got number 9 by 3 inch with a T25 Torx bit. Okay, I've got the 2 posts mounted. I'm going to go grab some 2x4s and get a top and a bottom stringer, and then I'm going to use that post back there to tie in my sidewall. Get my first stringer up using a clamp to hold it on this side and that side. Once I get this side started, I'll put a level on it, and then I'll get that side buzzed in too. pins. When you're done with them, you just break them and they break flush. Okay, so I've got my stringers up. I decided to add a brace here and a brace here just since I didn't have a post going that way. But then after I thought about it for a little bit, I realized with this tree root right here, I could use that to kind of tie in to kind of help brace it the other direction. And it made a huge difference. This thing is very solid now. So I've got my jig here that I use for the rest of the fence. This allows me to just slide the planks straight up to the top, and then as I go I can just slide this thing down the fence and butt all my planks up, and it keeps the top perfectly straight. So since I'm on a slope here, I want the bottoms to be relatively flat. So I figured out what this angle was, kind of a guess and check type of thing. Mine's about 5 degrees. That's what keeps these perfectly level and plumb. So I'm going to go with that. And I've got my jig. I can just measure off that. I think I'm going to leave about a 1/2 inch from the ground. So whatever my measurement from the top down is, minus a 1/2 inch with the 5-degree angle cut, that should give me a nice look. Okay, so we got the finished result. I didn't record this side because it was the same as the other side. The only change that I did make, before I had my stringer over here going down to the top of this, but I just didn't like the way that that looked, how there was going to be so much sticking above it, so I did kind of raise that up after the fact. We got everything tied in, and it matches great to the other fence, covers up the pumps, and it's very solid, so I'm very happy with it. So thanks again for watching, everyone. If this is content that you enjoy, maybe consider subscribing. Chase would appreciate if you subscribed, and maybe now it's time for a little swim in the pool.